the sun already rise. It's already morning.
Some of the questions you ask me sometimes, I'm like, what planet do you live on?
Yeah, sometimes your wife is dumb.
Welcome in to another episode of Foreigner Loves
Filipina! Your wife is dumb.
Well, I will say there are just some things I think growing out here in the province, you just don't know. It's just like...
Maybe because I've never like watched sunset in my life. Unless if like, I think the first time that I watched a real sunset is like when we went to Palawan.
Really?
Yeah, I told you.
You live out here on these islands? And...
I always like being in my house, and then just school, then house, school, house.
I will say that's the thing that's funny about Filipinos. You live in the most beautiful area, and you live on islands, 7,000 islands, but none of you know how to swim. Nobody knows how to swim.
I know how to swim.
Well, you know, but most Filipinos don't know how to swim.
I know.
And then you have these great sunsets. Oh, I've never seen a sunset in my whole life.
No.
It's like...
Yep.
It's just hard to believe sometimes. It's like...
When we
I'm like, I
when
think
we
you're
get
joking.
Yeah, when we get outside the house, it's already like 9 in the morning. So it's already like...
Well, this is a
full
sunrise,
daytime.
babe. This is not a sunset.
I know, baby.
Okay.
Like, I'm just talking when we get up. That's why we don't say we don't say anymore the sunrise, because like when we get up, it's already like around 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. It's already whole.
Well, I understand
whole
that on a
daytime.
day-to-day basis, but you never
No.
go somewhere
No.
and watch the sunrise. I guess you guys don't really travel anywhere. Like, you don't go on vacations. Like, Americans are going to go on vacation. They're going to watch the sunset or the sunrise
When we
on the
go
beach.
when we go vacation, we just go to our, like, for example, my dad's. He has a sibling that live in a Tacloban. We just go there for like 3 days, and then that's it. It's like kind of like hangout. It's not really like we go to the beach. We go, but then like if you live in a city and then you have like really like a lot of money, and then like you're a celebrity or something like that, they tend to travel to Hong Kong or like in Palawan, where there's like a nice tourist spot here in Philippines. They go there, but the local people, they normally like don't do that. They just like go to the local beach, like what my mom and dad, my family always used to do. They just go to the local beach. So yeah.
So it's our first morning here in Biliran, which is Melanie's home island. We got here about 8 o'clock last night. We surprised her parents. They didn't know we were coming. So tell me, babe, what did you think about last night? Surprising everybody. What was your feeling about everything?
Yeah, so this trip is like surprising my family, so they didn't know that we're coming here. So it really turned really good, really went good, right, baby? My family, my dad and my mom, they're so happy. I thought they're gonna be upset, like, oh, why you didn't tell us, so that like we're ready or we're prepared. But they're so happy to see us. They didn't expect. And my dad is kind of like sad, because I've never called them at home anymore. Like I used to like message or even like text them, how are you guys over there? But I just like really like want them to miss me, I guess. And then now like they're really like happy to see me. So see, it works, guys. I didn't message them for like a month. And so my dad told me, why you didn't call us? Why you didn't text us? See? So now, I felt guilty, but I feel like it's...
And you shouldn't play games.
Yeah, it's a surprise access. But I'm not gonna do it anymore. I told Darryl when I woke up in the morning, babe, I don't think I'm gonna do the surprise visiting anymore. But it's nice that you get so excited to see the reaction, but I don't think I'm gonna recommend it to you, because it's...
Well, first of all, and I'll put the video in. So the timing wasn't great, so we get to her village and they had a brownout, an unexpected brownout. I think it only lasted an hour, but it just happened to be the hour we were there. And the lights eventually did come on, but when we're doing the greeting, there's no lights. And so that wasn't great. And then, because they didn't know we were coming, it was just her mom and dad, her brother Cecirio, and Darcelette, one of the girls.
One of my niece.
But nobody else is there because obviously they didn't know we were coming. So we'll get to see the rest of them today, and then we're going to give out the gifts today. We're going to give out the T-shirts that we mentioned in episode 4, I think it was. We did get some T-shirts made that I think really turned out nice. And as far as, I kind of shared on episode 4 that I wanted to do these T-shirts that have the American flag and the Filipino flag, and it says "Someone in America loves me," and it has the love sign. But when I looked at doing them in America, they were $35 a shirt, and I thought we needed 9. We needed 11. There's 9 nephews and nieces, and then we also wanted to get one for her mom and dad, so we bought 11 shirts. Well, we ended up having her sister Mercy, that lives in the Manila metro area, get them. We ended up getting all 11 for like $40. Versus doing one in America for $35.
See, if we got that in America, $40 is only maybe for one T-shirt.
Yeah. So it was just amazing the difference. Plus, we didn't have to ship them. We didn't have to carry them here. So we're going to give those out, and then of course we have candies, and we have colognes and perfumes, and we got beads for the girls. I mean, Christopher, there is one. Well, there are 3 nephews, but 2 of them one's a baby, one's Justin is 7, but I'm not sure what he's really interested in. Poor Christian, we end up always buying gifts focused more on the girls because he's normally the only boy here. But we got them beads where they can make jewelry.
They'll like it.
So I think we're excited to see how they like that. And then I'm also going to fly the drone today, which I'm guessing they've never seen a drone fly. So we're going to do that. But we going back to the surprise part, kind of her not recommending it because they didn't know we were coming. Of course, they didn't know we were coming. So they've got other things planned today and over the next few days, where her dad is painting the roof today, I think.
And then mom is doing the coconut that we have, our business. And Brother Michael is gonna work in the land that we just bought. So they're just so busy.
We're gonna see if we can film some of that. But we're kind of hoping to take them to the beach today, but we're not gonna be able to do that. And then we found out on Monday they got to go drive into Naval
to deliver
because her parents, they have a coconut business. They got to make a delivery into Naval, which is the closest city, on Monday. So Monday though. Who does that? Does your mom and dad do that?
Just my mom.
Okay. She just goes by herself?
But then,
how does she get there?
So she, we have this here, we call like jeepney or like a bus, something like that. But normally we rent a small truck to put all the coconuts there, like maybe like 50 pesos of coconut sacks. And then my mom will get in there also with the driver, and then they'll take it to Naval.
Okay. So tell me about your conversation with your mom and your dad. Of course, they're speaking Visayan. Oh, I will say, I'll comment real quick. One thing I thought was kind of funny. We met her sister and my brother-in-law in Manila. We flew them down to Tacloban with us. And then they've got a baby, and so she needed to find some milk for the baby. So they all went into what do you call it, a J&R store?
Yeah, G&F department store. A lot of Filipino know that store because we have that also. I think in every.
So she went in there to try to find milk, and when they came back out, I couldn't understand, because they were speaking Tagalog. But you can always pick up a little bit and kind of get at least an idea of what the subject is. And I heard Brother Gerald talk about discrimination. I'm like, and I picked up something about Tagalog, and I said, "Oh, was there discrimination because he doesn't speak Visayan? The local language here is Visayan, and he doesn't know Visayan. He knows Tagalog, and he was apparently trying to talk to the lady at the register in Tagalog, and she knows Tagalog, but she wouldn't speak it back to him. She would only speak sign back to him, and he was kind of upset about that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But I thought it was funny because, you know, in America,
It was really funny. I've never heard my brother-in-law complained
yeah,
when he said that. You know, like he feels like a discrimination in that store. I was like, oh, okay, why? And then he started explaining, and I was like, oh, okay.
well, and it's interesting as an American because obviously our perspective on discrimination is so different given our being a multicultural country, you know, where obviously there's been real racism. You know, I don't think there's anywhere near the racism that the media wants you to believe today, but obviously we have a history of racism. And, you know, you come here where it's not multicultural. In fact, when I sat in the car when they went out inside, and there wasn't a single Westerner the whole time I sat there. And, you know, so it's all Filipinos, but they can still feel discriminated against, you know, in a different kind of way than what we're used to in America. But I thought that was interesting.
But that's the first time I heard someone that says they feel discriminated. You know.
Yeah, I thought that was strange. So, tell me about your conversation with your mom, your dad, because obviously I couldn't understand most of it.
My dad, I was not expecting with my dad. He was like very talkative. He was like very happy. I don't know. It just like makes me happy too, like seeing them that they're just happy that they see us with Darryl. So even if my dad doesn't speak English, but he like, you know, respect Darryl. So I like that.
Yeah, she was telling me this morning how happy she was just seeing her parents so happy and seeing her dad so happy. And of course, I don't have a reference point to really know what,
Yeah,
how happy he
yeah,
is.
because he you know, we're talking our language, so Darryl doesn't like. I mean, I tried to translate some, but not
Well,
like,
but your dad's pretty stoic, and he doesn't really
yeah.
say or do much, so it's a little hard to tell. But he was smiling, and I don't think he's normally a big smiler.
Yeah, he's
You
not a
could
big
tell your
smiler.
mom was really happy, and particularly to see Jaden,
Jaden, my nephew.
the
They were so
nephew
happy.
they've never met. This is a grandchild of theirs they've never met. You could tell, particularly
Because
your
you know,
mom was so happy to see you.
because my dad like really wants to have a grandkid, which is like a son, not son, a boy, because we have a lot of girls in here in our family. I think I have 6 nieces, and then I only have 1 nephew here, and then I have 2 nephews 3 nephews now in Manila. So yeah, it's like, I think they're just like happy to see also like my sister Mercy, because it's been a long time, like since they visited the Biliran, or like my mom's.
Yeah, Gerald said
and
he hadn't been here in 7 years,
That's what he said.
Yeah.
So it's a really long time.
and I think Mercy said it was like 4 years,
I think
right?
4 years, yeah. So,
It was good to see that they were so happy. I tell you, the thing that amazed me is they had Gerald. He was laying on the floor, not laying. He was sitting on the floor, and her mom was sitting in a chair right next to him. And he started to fall back, like he might fall over.
the baby.
The baby.
He was talking
And
to the baby.
her mom was like what, 65 or something. But you wouldn't believe how fast she was. You know, in there to stop him. He ended up not falling. He just kind of rocked. But I was like, man. I mean, she's very spry for a 65-year-old woman. I don't think 65-year-old American woman would move like that. So I was like, wow.
Yeah. I'm just like happy that my parents, both of my parents they don't smoke. I mean, they do drink, but not like every day. They're not like, you know, everyday drinker. They just drink when their customers visit them, or like when there's like a coconut delivered in our house. So yeah, that's why maybe, you know, they still look good even in their senior citizens day or life. So yeah, we're gonna show you again, because I know last night Darryl took a video of the surprise, but it's like dark because, you know, the power went out. So today it will be nice because it's day that we can really see how my mom's look and how my dad looks. So you will see that
It was
later.
good to see the other girls. And
Yeah,
I think today will be a lot of fun.
a lot of fun.
Because you can tell her dad takes a lot of pride in his home. You know, I've always, I mean, from the very first time I visited, I could tell that your dad takes a lot of pride in his home, and he should. They've built a very nice house, and he's always, seems like he's always doing something. Every time we go, there's something new.
Yeah.
He's kind of opposite of me. You know, I'm kind of like, I don't want to. There was a time I really loved doing house chores, and I love fixing things up, but I've gotten to a point where I want as little of that to do as possible. But
Yeah. I think because like my dad used to be a carpenter when he's still young, so
oh, I didn't know that. I didn't realize that.
yeah, he's a hard. How do you that one live? Like a handful boy, a young
Oh,
like do a
handyman,
lot of handyman. Yeah, he's a handyman. Like he did everything. Like even like fixing.
Good morning.
Even fixing the electricity.
Doing great. We're enjoying your property. They always turn us off.
That's the owner.
So we arrived in Melanie's home barangay around 8 p.m. We parked in the basketball court that's at the center of the barangay and snuck over to the house. Because they're having a brownout, we were using our flashlights off our phones to try to light the way. It made it feel more clandestine, like we were Marines storming a beach. Cesario, their oldest brother, is the one that answered the gate. Mercy is Melanie's closest sister, both in age and relationship. They talk regularly when we are back home in America. Mercy is the second youngest, while Melanie is the youngest. Cesario is Melanie's oldest brother. Cesario is the one that now takes care of a lot of the business work, takes for the Sari store. He's quite quiet. Once a bunch of activity begins, he tends to fade off into another room. Mama is a sweet woman that is often seen smiling. She loves to cook. There's always something good to eat in the house. You also see her off cleaning, whether it's doing the laundry or sweeping the courtyard. And she loves the garden. She has both flower and vegetable gardens. Darcy is one of the two youngest children of Melanie's brother Michael. She is a twin. Her twin sister Missy is not there this evening. She's the only one of the 6 girls there this evening. We'll meet the others tomorrow, and you will get to meet them in the next video. Jaden is Mercy's youngest son. This is his first time visiting back to the homestead of the family, and his grandmother and grandfather will be meeting Jaden for the very first time today. You can see how happy Mama is to see Jaden. She's never met Jaden before. This is their first visit home. So Melanie's mom and dad are very excited to see Jaden. Gerald is Mercy's husband. Gerald and Mercy live in the Metro Manila area. Gerald works for Grab as a delivery person, which he told me he very much enjoys much more than working in the restaurant business that he'd done previously. Here you see the girls doing mano, which is a gesture of respect that Filipinos do to elders, where they take their hand and bring it to their forehead. Then there's Papa. Papa is the patriarch of the family. Papa has been very successful in building a sari store, a piggery, a coconut business, and a rice business. And he's been able to take his family from a bamboo hut with dirt floors to a very nice concrete house, concrete floor, very spacious. And the home he's built has become the homestead for the entire family. The whole family celebrates and enjoys the surprise. Papa and Mama seem quite surprised.
Justin is Mercy and Gerald's oldest son. He does have autism, which has slowed some of his development, and social settings like this can sometimes be a little overwhelming for him, but he is a sweet, sweet boy.